Thanks for your support as a channel member, Jeremy Kasoka. Pulse Potatoes won 4 of the last 5 Grand Prix in 2026. Paul Aron needs to arrest that momentum, otherwise his title hopes might be over. Hello folks and welcome to a brand new episode of F1 Manager Creator Team here on AHGP. We are gearing up for the Brazilian Grand Prix, another double-header episode coming your way today. Let's see what we've got in store. We've got the Brazilian Grand Prix around the Sao Paulo circuit of Interlagos, and then we head to Las Vegas for a race along the strip. Should be a fun episode. Now, championship picture looks like this. We've already sewn up the Constructors' Championship. That was done and dusted a long time ago. 15 wins we're on now for the season. A phenomenal year. We are having 31 podiums between our two magnificent drivers who are first and second in the World Championship. Now, Paul Aron had a 22 point swing against him in the last episode, mostly thanks to his lockup on lap 1 in Texas, and he failed to make a front row start in Mexico become a victory. Pulse Potato winning both of those races, and he now has a 19-point advantage in the World Championship. If Paul Aron has another disastrous episode, his title hopes could be as good as done. If it's terrible and if he scores no points and Pulse Potato wins both races today, we could be crowning a world champion. I doubt we'll get that far, but it's a possibility. You never know what can happen in Formula One. Expect everything and anything. Lewis Hamilton is our closest contender. He's quite a bit ahead of Max Verstappen there, who is the most recent non-AHGP race winner back in Azerbaijan, where we actually started from the back of the grid. McLaren through the mid-season were our toughest opponents. Aston Martin have flirted with being up there as well. Yeah, it's been a bit all over the place in terms of who's actually been our closest competitor. But we are heading to Brazil, where we have, if I find the right thing, apparently our car is 20th for car performance. I believe that. I really believe that. We're 22nd for Vegas, 2nd for China, 2nd for Japan. So we might have 2 awful races here today. I doubt it. But let's see what Brazil has in store for us. It's not a sprint weekend, it's just a straightforward race. Our next and last sprint of the year is in China. So we don't have to worry about that today. But let's get to Brazil and see where we're starting for this Grand Prix. Dramatic turn of events here in the championship picture ahead of qualifying 3 in Sao Paulo. Pulse Potato out in the second session. 12th fastest. Not a good day for him. Paul Aron was 4th in Q2 and has made it to Q3. So he'll be going for, well, hopefully pole position, but at least a very solid grid slot. Pulse Potato with work to do in the Grand Prix. I'm going to go and find out how Paul Aron gets on in qualifying, and then we'll get these two sorted with their race strategies. It's the worst possible outcome for Pulse Potato. Paul Aron has taken pole position for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Here's how he did it. He had a good first sector, an okay middle sector, but it was the final sector where he did the damage to get ahead of Oscar Piastri's Red Bull. Lewis Hamilton slotted in behind in second place moments afterwards, and Pulse Potato down in 12th place for this Grand Prix. Now, once I got into Q3, I suddenly realised what had gone wrong, or most likely gone wrong for Pulse Potato, and that was that neither driver had their most powerful power unit available to them. I'd forgotten to change it. So I'm doing that now, and hopefully it doesn't boot me to the back of the grid. So let's see on strategy. I'll do this and then I'll come back to you. Just one very minor tweak to the strategies. Paul Aron has stayed on what the computer has given him to start with. I've put Pulse Potato on hard tyres to start the race rather than softs, and then we're going to finish on a set of softs later on. We could get some safety cars so we can use those soft tyres as and when, especially if they fall sort of slap bang in the middle in the hard tyre stint or in the medium tyre stint. We can keep our options open then and really go for the jugular with him. So work to do for the championship leader, Paul Aaron, in prime position to redress the momentum in this championship battle that just seesaws one way and then the other. It's been fascinating. There's still 4 races to go, including today's race, so let's get the final 4 underway. Sunny skies in Sao Paulo, and we've got 3, 4 and 5 red lights. The lights are out, the race is on. Paul Aaron goes from pole position, makes a decent start. Lewis Hamilton coming across and weirdly slowing down and allowing Piastri to go by him. I don't know why that happens, and now he's just sent it back up the inside. He's on hard tyres, interestingly, is Lewis, so Paul has got a great opportunity to sprint away at the front of the field. Paul's Potato, let's dive on board with him, and he is behind the 2 Haas cars of Behrman and Drugovich, and he's looking for a way through, but they're on soft tyres, so we'll probably just hold position and wait for everybody else to crash. Oh, what's Justin doing at the back? That's sadness for him, but yeah, he won't be at Williams much longer. I will show you between the 2 races where he's ended up as promised. Paul's Potato remains 12th. Paul Aaron still in the lead and already 2 seconds clear. Wow! The squabbling and the hard tyres, and Paul Aaron is saying, see you later lads, I desperately need to win this race. I'm not mucking around. Paul Aaron has just lost the lead to Max Verstappen. He's been kind of cruising out front. We were topping up the battery, and the Ferrari driver has accelerated from, I don't actually know where he was on the grid, and he's now 1.5 seconds in the lead. He's pushing on his hard tyres. We might need to pick up the pace with Paul a little bit, but oh, Hamilton's got a mechanical problem, and he will be losing pace as a result. He's dropped to 4th. Paul Aaron now down to 2nd, and Verstappen's getting away. That wasn't in the script. And Porsche's come through as well. Well, the soft tyres may be not the hot ticket right now. Right, Paul Aaron, lap 17, is now down to 4th place. Théo Pourchaire has just gone in the pit lane, but he's being swarmed by the Red Bulls. And his pace is just not good enough at the moment. He's doing 15.9s. He's used most of the tyres. Look, he's fallen back into the train that he'd basically left behind. And that train does include his teammate. Does Paul Aaron really want to win this World Championship? Or does he just want to sort of phone it in and not bother now that he's moving to another team? We haven't favoured either driver over the other, really, as much as we can help it. Obviously, there's going to be incidental cases where one ends up on the better strategy or better circumstances. But now Oscar Piastri is sizing up Paul Aaron. Thankfully, he's got DRS to defend, or no, Piastri has sent it, and that's another position lost, or is it? Let's jump on board. Yeah, it's another position lost, and I think we need to bring Paul Aaron into the pit lane. He's got 1 set of mediums and 1 set of hards available to him. I love it when the computer just uses all your tyres in practice and leaves you nothing for the race. Oh, hello Leclerc. 22 laps into this race, about to be on lap 23, and Paul's Potato, well, he was 3rd when I started speaking to you, but he's now down to 4th. But he's just quietly gone about his business, sat in that train, and is biding his time, really. And now is his chance to not necessarily put the hammer down, but really sort of consolidate that position. Piastri's pulling him along nicely. He's 7 seconds off the lead, and if he keeps up this sort of pace on the faster tyres later on in the race, he might have an outside shot of maybe winning this thing, especially if there's a well-timed safety car. But Paul Aaron, as Pons Potato goes back for more with Piastri, can't quite make the move stick. Paul Aaron is now 10th, and well, he'll be miles behind Verstappen. That's Leclerc coming around the outside. He's just not been good enough today, has Paul. It's been really disappointing. Pole position was magnificent. I don't know whether this new engine has a bug in it or something, but he's just struggled to... After the opening few laps, we sort of settled down, and he's just never been able to pick his pace back up. The tyre wear in the first stint worse than expected. And now Pol's Potato actually leads the race because Carlos Sainz has gone into the pit lane. So it's not looking rosy for Paul Aaron right now. Here comes Pol's Potato for his pit stop. The hard tyres have served him well. Another driver who's on the hard tyre strategy is Justin. He's gone from last to now P5. And Pol's Potato, with a 2.3 second stop, leaves the pit lane. But Justin having a really good little race here, and may be in contention for more points. And I promise I will see them if he scores them. Pol's Potato returns to the track in 11th, ahead of Behrman, and he's right on the tail of Piastri. So, yeah, that strategy has really brought him into play with the guys at the front. And he will have better tyres towards, well, for the rest of this race than pretty much everybody. It's time for our drivers to do battle. So Pol's Potato is having a look up the inside of his teammate there. No way through at the right-hander. Let's ride on board with the championship leader then. Both drivers on aging tyres. Paul Aaron due for a pit stop on the next lap, I think. So he will soon be out of Pol's Potato's way. And by soon, I mean probably turn 1. Here we go. Optimal pit stop lap for Paul Aaron. Let's call him to the pit lane. And Pol's Potato dives down the inside, takes P3. No, he doesn't. Paul Aaron fights back, and he now gets DRS. Can he send it up the inside? No, he doesn't have the confidence to do so. We are nearly 17 seconds off of Verstappen in the lead. So victory might be out of the question today, at least in this race. So probably just about making sure both drivers finish on the podium. I said Justin's having a good race, and he's being very disruptive to Paul Aaron at the moment. Here he is, overtaking the AHGP driver. That's his current teammate Daniel Ricciardo just behind him, but Justin moves into 8th place, and he's doing a really good job. Let's see him now. He's now back behind Paul Aaron, but Paul Aaron's struggling. Again, he can't get away. This is the power of the DRS. Let's deploy the battery that's been built up there. Let's push with the fuel as well and see what we can achieve. Max Verstappen has pitted and roared back into the lead. I don't think we'll be seeing him until the podium ceremony. Pol's Potato now ready for a pit stop. We could have had 2 sets of soft tyres today, but we decided to run long, and it's paid off really with Pol's Potato. That qualifying debacle, and he's rescued it in the race. The pressure seems to be getting to Paul Aaron. He seems to be struggling. I can see Pol's Potato coming back through and extending his championship lead even further. Just over 10 laps to go, and our drivers are absolutely together once again. Carlos Sainz has got a puncture. He was on hard tyres, and I don't know what strategy Red Bull were employing. I still don't, because they've got Piastri out on dead hards as well. So Red Bull with all the strategies, and it's blowing up in their faces. Pol's Potato now is eyeing up 5th place from his teammate, but Paul Aaron has DRS from Charles Leclerc. Well, we should get a podium out of this with at least one driver. I doubt we'll catch Porsche, although there's still 10 laps to go. So we could still catch somebody. Paul Aaron needs to probably recover some fuel, actually. We'll sort that out when we need to. And is he going for the move on Leclerc? He very much is. Round the outside, DRS in operation. That's P4. Thank you very much. And now we'll catch Piastri, and we'll make mincemeat of him as well. Paul Aaron in 2 overtakes, moves himself clear of his teammate, and Pol's Potatoes actually followed him through past the McLaren. So we're on the move. Paul Aaron has moved himself into 2nd place, up the inside here of Théo Pourchaire. Very important move for him. That's probably the best result we're going to achieve today, and he's putting in the points that he needs. It's not the victory he needs, but at least at the moment he is ahead of his teammate. Piastri has now got a puncture. Well done, Red Bull, with your clowny strategies. And that's just going to promote Justin to 7th place. Nice work, Justin. I told you he would be good one day, but Williams just kept sabotaging him, and now he's leaving. So well done, Williams. potentially very important move about to happen here. Pulse Potato looking for third place to be removed from the possession of Teo Porcher. Not happening yet, but with the inside line through the Curva de Sol, and that is third place. So we do have both cars on the podium. I thought earlier on we might not have either car on the podium, but we look all set, and it's 3.5 seconds between our drivers, so I think that's how it's going to finish. Paul Aaron second to Verstappen and Pulse Potato in third. So we'll just consolidate this and move on to Las Vegas. Max Verstappen has destroyed us today. 25 seconds he wins by. That is a dominant performance, but Paul Aaron gets a very important second place. However, he's followed home by his teammate Pulse Potato, who does exactly what he needs to do. He can afford to finish third to Paul Aaron's second for the rest of the season, and it would make him world champion. Good recovery from him, 12th to third. So yeah, very good job from him. Paul Aaron, should we have maybe done more to convert his pole position into victory? Not sure we had the car performance to match Verstappen today. We might have found it very, very difficult. Hamilton out of the race, could probably have finished ahead of us too, but for the mechanical issue. So we'll say thanks for that and take the double podium. So Verstappen moves from 4th on the grid to winning. Justin gets a brilliant P7. He's moved up 14 places. Absolutely superb from Justin Inakaitis. Oh, Williams are going to be ruining that we have moved him away to a different team, which I will show you in a moment. But let's have a look at the Drivers' Championship situation. It's a 3-point gain for Paul Aaron. The lead is now just, what's that, hang on, that's 16 points, isn't it? Yeah, 16 points. And here's the Constructors' Championship. We edge closer to 800 points. What a season we're having. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, fast forwarded time and we are ready for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. But as promised, I am going to show you where Justin Inakaitis has ended up. So let's have a look at Justin. He will be driving for Mercedes in 2027. We've negotiated with Toto Wolff, and he will be joining the Silver Arrows for next season. So good luck to Justin at Mercedes. They've not had their strongest season with only 2 podiums, but it's a step up from Williams. Williams have improved this year, but I would think Mercedes will get their act together for 2027. And I should also introduce you to one of our newest drivers. Hello to Mario Knight, who is a Name in the Game member, thanks to Sean's gifted membership. So Mario is now one of our affiliate drivers. We may see them in the car at some point soon. We never know. We might get poached by another team. We might loan him out to someone else like we have with Justin, hopefully without the sabotaging, but we will see. They're only 17 years old, so still time for them to grow yet. I'm going to head to Vegas. I won't be going on the roulette wheels because gamble responsibly, everybody. And yeah, let's put some cars on track and see what we can deliver with apparently the world's worst car in Vegas. Paul Aaron has managed to out-qualify his teammate once again. He starts on the front row of the grid. Charles Leclerc pipping him to the pole. Well, I say pipping him, he beat him by 0.7 of a second. He must have had an enormous slipstream down the back straight to do that because, yeah, he wasn't looking like... He got into the 33s. That is actually outrageous. I know Charles Leclerc is a king of 1 laps, but that's insane. Pulse Potato actually ended up 9th in the end, so it's another dismal qualifying compared to his teammate. Not as bad as Brazil, where he came to finish in 3rd just behind Paul Aaron, but still not ideal because Vegas is a race where crazy things happen. So I think, do you know what? I'm just going to leave the strategies as they are and see what happens. So let's set the driver options and get to the grid. Alright, It's crunch time. Las Vegas. 3, 4, 5 red lights. Can Paul Aaron win this time? Lights are out. The race is on. Is it a good start? It is, you know. Leclerc's on hard tyres. That's going to give Paul Aaron a real advantage into turn 1. Leclerc tries to sweep in, but I don't think Paul Aaron's having any of it as we look down on this battle at Leclerc, managing to hold on to first place. Paul's Potato up the inside of Pourchaire, and now he's going to look at, well, the slipstream for Pourchaire is fantastic, and all of Paul's Potato's good work was undone, but he's back for more. He's going to lose that position. No, I am wrong. I am wrong. Paul's Potato moves into 8th place. Oh, we've got yellow flags. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. Paul's Potato is in the wall. What on earth has happened here? Is he out of the race? Please don't be out of the race. Oh my gosh. I've just looked at Paul Aaron getting the lead. Pourchaire has walloped. Oh, he's had his own crash and collected us. Oh no. It wasn't even Paul's Potato's mistake. Please be okay. Please be still in the race. Here we go. Another angle of it. Oh, unbelievable. Safety car is out. Is he still in the race? He's still in the race. He's teleported back to the track, but he can't move.
So just now top of the delta.
I don't really know what to do here with his tyres. They're completely scuffed. We've got a red flag because Paul's Potato can't go anywhere. So the race is stopped. Well, this is a dramatic twist. Paul Aaron needed a big change to happen, and Paul's Potato has been annihilated by Théo Pourchaire. Let's leave the soft tyres on for Paul Aaron. Let's put the hard tyres on Paul's Potato. I don't actually know what we're going to do strategically with him. We can't have him score no points. This is a championship wrecking moment for Paul's Potato. He's been so good all season. It's not even his mistake. It's not even his mistake. It's Théo Pourchaire and his incompetence that's ruined Paul's Potato's opportunities in this race. I'll figure this out. Let's stick some hard tyres on it and send it on its way. Here we go then for the restart. Paul Aaron now on pole position, having just taken the lead from Charles Leclerc before the safety car was called. And that's the medical car, which has patched Paul's Potato up, and he launches immediately into 20th place. And there's a penalty for Porsche. I should flipping hope so. Only 5 seconds. Are you for real? Are you for real? Anyway, Paul's Potato, I will figure out his strategy. Paul Aaron, he absolutely has to win this race now, because a win and a potential low or no score for Paul's Potato means he has the championship lead back. With 2 races to go, anything could happen. Paul's Potato has now got major suspension damage and rear wing damage. I think he's just had a collision with Jack Crawford. His tyres are wrecked. Why? What is going on in this race? Paul's Potato is being attacked. His 2 only good sets of tyres for this race are now completely and utterly ruined. That's the state of the rear wing. I'm going to have to retire the car. There's nothing we can do. We have to retire the car. Paul's Potato is going to score no points for the first time this season, and his teammate's probably going to finish on the podium. I feel so bad for Paul's Potato. He has done absolutely nothing wrong in this race, and now his car is in tatters. Thank you, Jack Crawford. Thank you, Théo Pourchaire. You two can get in the bin. Right, I'm still furious about what's happened to Paul's Potato and the fact that he's out of this race, but we do still have a race to win with Paul Aaron. Obviously, we want to win the world. We will win the World Championship with one of our drivers, and it would be fantastic for Paul Aaron to do so, even if he would take the number 1 to Sauber. Think Damon Hill joining Arrows from Williams in 1997 sort of vibes. But we've got stiff competition today. Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton. They're all pretty good, aren't they? Carlos Sainz is there too. This Antonelli bloke is around as well. So it's by no means a foregone conclusion. He could just as easily win this race as finish 8th. So yeah, it's going to be quite chaotic. Lap 15, Paul Aron continues to be in the lead fight for this race. He's matching Max Verstappen, who's taken his medium tyres, well, to the limit. We've taken our soft tyres as far as he's taken his mediums, so that bodes well for us later in this race. How is the Ferrari pit stop? Hopefully it's not better than ours. It's not. That's good. 2.1 second stop actually from the pit crew there. Lovely, lovely job. And actually, that's the difference between 3 cars being between us and us not being in front of the Ferrari. So let's put the battery to good use here. Get away from this Alpine of Albon and put some air between us and Verstappen. We're both on hards. He'll go to softs. We'll go to mediums. Maybe game on for the final stint. Max Verstappen is right back on our tail. I thought that traffic might allow us to get away. It did not, because the traffic came with us because of the power of DRS around this circuit. And Verstappen is displaying exactly that as he goes down the inside. Paul Aron fights back though and retains currently second place on the road. Hamilton up ahead has yet to stop, and we are 8 seconds adrift of him, going much, much quicker. We've managed to burn off all of our excess fuel, which is good. We want to be as light as possible to try and make the difference. We are slightly hamstrung by the fact that Ferrari have a much stronger power unit. They're more suited to this sort of circuit. The Renault power unit lacking the same amount of power as the Ferrari unit, and it shows. We've got a second red flag. I think the 2 Red Bulls have crashed into... Oh, my word. Yes, they have. Piastri is literally in the wall. There you go. He's literally in the wall. And, yeah, we've got another red flag. What can Carlos Sainz see of this? Well, he's got a broken rear wing. There's Piastri in the wall. Norris is behind. Then Albon. Here's Justin. He's coming up to see it all. But, yeah, that throws a bit of a spanner in the works. So we might be putting on... It actually might suit us more because we can put on the mediums and run to the end. I don't know what Verstappen will still have available to him. Here's the incident. They're side by side. And, oh, one in the wall and the other... Then... What's it doing? It's just doing a weird spin. So bizarre. So bizarre. So for the 3rd time tonight, we line up on the grid. It might almost be daybreak by the time we get this race finished. 5 red lights. The lights are out. The race is on again. Verstappen is on softs. He's got to take them 20 laps. And his tyre wear has been atrocious in this race. And Paul Aron is losing second place as a penalty dished out for Sainz, who is out of the race.
Press. Overtake press.
And Charles Leclerc has got himself back in front of us. We've got to get rid of all of that excess fuel again. Verstappen and Leclerc on softs. So we'll just wait for them to come to us, I suppose. Let's just make sure we've got everything sorted on the old strategy. Yeah, going standard will get us to the end. But if we go light, we'll have plenty in hand to attack them at the end. And we'll just sit in their DRS. That's all we have to do. Look at this lead fight. It's... 7 cars. Justin is a bit of a cork in the bottle in 8th, holding up the rest of them. But look at this. Verstappen, Leclerc, Paul Aron, Lewis Hamilton, Antonelli, Norris, and Alex Albon's here as well somehow in an Alpine. Don't ask me how it's there. Accidents happen. Let's be honest. So, yeah, Paul Aron in the thick of things. The front 4 all have soft tyres except for Paul Aron. So, he's kind of the odd one out there, but he's going down the inside of Verstappen and he moves into second place. He's defying logic here as Paul Aron, and we love him for it. So, can he take the number 42 machine to the lead of the race? He cannot. But it's chopping and changing. That if you've played the game and you've seen these races, you just know that there's no point really watching or trying to pull away. There's no point watching your cars because they just get re-overtaken again. We've just taken the lead. We'll lose the lead on the next straight. So, see you on lap 49.
Got a pass.
Safety car called here in Las Vegas. Who has crashed now? Liam Lawson has crashed now. And it looks like he's had a collision with Yuki Tsunoda. He's a real-life teammate at the moment, and that is on fire Alpine in all the wrong senses. What's happened to Tsunoda here? What's he doing? Oh! Lawson was just in the way. How bizarre. How strange. Anyway, well, they're both out of the race, so we're in the lead. We'll conserve our tyres. We've got 8 laps to go. This might just be a shootout sprint in the last couple of laps. Safety car ending then, and we will have 5 laps to the end. A few drivers went in and put on fresher soft tyres. Hamilton, Antonelli, Norris, Albon. I don't think Justin was one of them, but he is now in 8th position and doing another splendid job. So let's get Paul Aaron ready for this restart and see how the last 5 laps of this absolutely bonkers race turn out. I mean, Pulse Potato is probably best off out of this. I'm not sure he'd have come through this in one piece, the way everyone was deciding to crash into him and also each other. So not a safe environment here this evening, but Pulse Potato is out of the race. Paul Aaron is leading the race and set to take... Oh God. What now? George Russell's out of the race. Crawford's in the wall. Well, that's your karma. Drugovich is also in the wall. We've got another red flag. This race is absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. We can put soft tyres on now. Here's what's happened at the back then. Oh, it's Crawford again! Get this clown out of here. And look at all the debris just... It's hanging in the air. It's hanging in the air. Okay, 4th time tonight. I'm sure it's now, what, Tuesday morning by the time we're finishing this race? The lights are out. The race is on. Fresh soft tyres. Well, used tyres, but...
just use the tyres.
We're just going to escape now. Run away, Paul. Run away. 14 drivers remain in this Grand Prix. Jack Crawford has got a time penalty. Good. Yeah, maybe we should have kept Pulse Potato in this race, but who knows? He might have been involved in all of the carnage anyway, because he's in the mid-pack by the time Porsche had finished with him. So, 3 laps to go. 2 at the end of this one. Let's see how this plays out. This is going to be completely unedited, so you're going to enjoy this with me. Paul Aaron has 2 laps of DRS to defend from Leclerc, Hamilton, Norris, Antonelli, Albon, Hulkenberg, Justin, Piastri, Behrman, Vesti, Stroll, Ricciardo. Literally any one of the 14 could win this race. So we will join the battle at the front. Verstappen is a second behind. Does he have DRS? He does, and Paul Aaron did not. Oh, we've got another crash. We've got another crash. I think it was the Aston Martins. Right, that doesn't matter to us. What we need is a really good last lap here from Paul Aaron. Attack on the tyres, push the fuel. We're 7 kilos overweight here, lads. What's going on? Right. We won't deploy here because we don't really want to go past now. But we also don't want that red thing to come past. So protect, good. Attack a little bit. No, don't go past. Don't go past. Good. Now we stay in position.
And you have overtake.
And then we hit the overtake button and we fly past with DRS on the back straight. So Justin's up to 9th. More good work from him. Let's just leave things as they are. Paul Aaron then for the championship lead. Second place would do it, but he would very much like first place, and he has first place. He has survived. This has literally been survival. Not survival of the fittest or the fastest or the strongest, just survive. Verstappen mugs Leclerc into the final corner, and that pales into insignificance because Paul Aaron takes a massive step towards a first world championship here. He wins the Las Vegas Grand Prix, he survives and takes 25 points. It gives him the lead in the championship. It's just an insane, crazy race. Unbelievable.
That was just perfection, mate.
I'm not sure perfection's the word, Bono. Really don't think perfection's the word.
So he'll be coming into the pit lane.
Pit lane is the safety, yeah, that's the safe zone. Wow, Paul Aaron tops the bill, having started on the front row. Finally, getting a front row start converted into a race win. His first race win for a long time. So, yeah, he tends to go these weirdly long runs without a race win. And then, I think what he's done really well is be fairly consistent. That's why he's in with a shot at the championship. But he's got 2 less race wins. He does, however, though, have a 9-point lead. But he has Théo Pourchaire to thank for that. And also Jack Crawford. You two can suck it because you suck, really. Justin, now up to 13th in the championship, 10 points to his name. So, yeah, he's doing a good job before he departs Williams for Mercedes. And for the first time in what seems like forever, Ferrari have closed the gap at the top of the standings. It matters not, because neither of us are going to move from those positions. But Pulse Potato will be looking to patch himself up and bring himself back for the final 2 races of the season. A sprint weekend in China, and then the season finale in Suzuka. Who will be champion in the final races? Let me know in the comments where you think this title's going. I genuinely can't believe what happened in that episode. It was all over the place, absolutely all over the place. And like I said, let me know who you think is going to be world champion in this season 3. If you enjoyed the video, leave a nice big thumbs up on it and subscribe for more F1 Manager madness, because that's what Las Vegas was. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. You're the best fans. It's bye for now.